Hello, I'm Scotty.
Hey, I'm Melinda, and we are Simple Life Big Adventures.
Today we're exploring Virgin Falls in White County, Tennessee. We have been here twice before. Once we even camped here, and one of my favorite photographs I've ever taken was a picture of our tent with the falls in the background. But that was way before we were YouTubers.
Yeah, way before YouTube and way before everybody else discovered Virgin Falls. So you're not allowed to camp where our tent is now.
No. And this will be the first time captured on video for for YouTube.
And both times, y'all, we love to hike. We're avid hikers, but both times this trail, it kind of kicks your butt.
So speaking of the trail, there are two trailheads. It's the Virgin Falls trailhead and then the Lost Creek Falls trailhead. You can start at Lost Creek and experience that one, which is an awesome waterfall also, and then make your way to Virgin Falls. That's
kind of a newer trail that they've cut in. We've not done that, so we can't tell you anything about Lost Creek. Yeah,
we'll get it soon.
I did read on like a review a while ago that a person had done it, and he recommended if you're gonna through hike it, then start here and hike out at Lost Creek. He said the elevation was much better that way. So
from Virgin Falls trailhead to Lost Creek Falls trailhead, it's all downhill. Going the other direction, it'll be mostly uphill. It is a very difficult hike. It's going to be at least 8.5 miles round trip, and that's not including any exploring along the way.
All of our extra exploring.
Yes, so we'll probably end up being 12 miles or more today. There are caves in the area. This is White County. They've got more sinkholes than any other county in Tennessee. And the caves are closed down from August to May to protect the bats from white nose syndrome. Get to an early start because parking is limited. There's some overflowing down the road, which will add another quarter mile walking to get to the trail. Parking is limited, so prepare. It is a difficult hike. You have to get started early because it's going to take at least 5 and up to 8 hours to complete this.
They say plan, 5 to 8 hours. So
all depending on how much you explore along the way, and there's so much to explore. You're going to want to explore.
So speaking of, we need to get on the trail and start getting you to Virgin Falls. Okay, this is another Tennessee beauty, Virgin Falls. No visible upstream or downstream. It flows out of a cave from the top and drops 110 feet before it disappears into another cave. Caves closed, but you said that in there. Okay, we did get a good hard rain last night, so we're expecting muddy trails and good flowing waterfalls. So this tells me that our cable crossing down here isn't going to be impassable, because I think this is what we're passing here, crossing over. Oh, so pretty. I don't like very much.
All right, we've reached our first big elevation change. One of the things that makes this hike so difficult is the elevation change. And if I'm correct, there's like 900 feet of elevation change in this 4.3 miles of hiking. And all of it is uphill coming out.
So this is our first marked waterfall. We were just up at the top, and now we're here in front of it, Big Branch Falls. at the 1.5 mile mark at the cable crossing, you have cable crossing campgrounds. And I think there's, I don't know, 5 or 6 sites here. Rustic sites, so bring your tent. Oh, let's go up here and see campsite number 1. Okay, campsite number 1, you're kind of up here by yourself. I believe I like this one the best. A view of the stream down here. The Clear Mountain stream we were just looking at is gone. It's going underground somewhere, y'all. It comes out up here. Okay, so I can't zoom with the GoPro. And we were so high up in elevation, it was really hard to tell where the water started flowing again. But it's back. Over 2 miles in, we've made it to Big Laurel Falls, so let's go down and explore. Alright guys, so this is really neat. The waterfall is coming down, and as you can see, it's flowing back into the back of the cave. Hey, there's a little pool right here, but it looks like most of the water is flowing under the wall right back there.
So we came here to see Virgin Falls, but at the moment we're at Big Laurel Falls, and I'm almost thinking that this might be more impressive than what Virgin Falls is. But it's just amazing inside this rock shelter here, and there are times when it's so muddy in here you could probably sink up to your neck, maybe further in the mud. So you gotta be very careful back here in this area. So we come to a split in the trail, and we're going to go in the clockwise direction. If we're not mistaken, it'll take us to the campground on Caney Fork first, then to Virgin Falls, then on around the Sheep's Cave, then back to here, then back out.
3.4 miles to the parking lot. Okay, we have made it to Caney Fork River. Ooh, look at the color of that river. Some white water down there. Okay, so here is Caney Fork River. Hey, look, we got a rope swing there. Looks a little sketchy though, a little dry rotted.
I can see the weight limit, I'm certain.
All right, and then back up here are the campsites. Let's go look at one. I mean, you can hear the river from here. Right here is our first one, number 12. Campsite number 12. Look at this. Big fire ring, and the river is right there. Golly, that's pretty.
I would say if you wanted to do a small backpacking trip here in Tennessee, I would suggest this one. This would be my favorite place to camp while doing an overnighter. And then maybe from here go on to Lost Creek Falls.
Yeah, do a through hike. That'd be great.
So after hiking to the river, to the campground, I'm gonna guess it's about a 1/4 mile to the river and about a 1/4 mile back. Not that difficult, and again, a great place to camp overnight.
Okay, let's go see Virgin Falls.
This way.
This way.
The very first time that we visited Virgin Falls, we camped right here. This is where our tent set, and of course has a waterfall right behind us. But you can no longer camp here. The camping area is up on the hill over here. This is White County. There are a lot of sinkholes here in White County. As you can see, this waterfall just disappears into a big old sinkhole behind me. But up top, it comes out of a cave. We're gonna go up there and show you the cave. And this is technically an underground river that just happens to be exposed right here in this area. So this is the source of the waterfall. We have explored this cave before, several years ago, but since then they have closed access to it down. They don't want you in it to protect the bats from white nose syndrome.
So you can see the water is trickling out, well, flowing big, going in the rocks. We're standing on the water and coming out from underneath the rocks on this side, and then flowing over the top of the falls. So the campground here at Virgin Falls, number 8, you can see it flowing beautiful over there with some trees, but you can hear it clearly. There's 8 here, and then 9 and 10 are just right down the hillside there.
We're approaching Sheep Cave now. There's a huge waterfall coming out of the cave, and again, it just disappears right to the big old sinkhole. Just amazing.
Really neat. We won't go any farther than the light outside will allow us to see. Oops, boot in the water. But it sure is a beautiful little entrance. My boots are waterproof, but I don't want to put them to the test today.
Wow, after about 5 hours of hard hiking, we decided to take a proper break. All along the trail here, these beautiful pools of water with these huge rocks you could lay out on and just relax. Just find your own little private spot, and in warmer weather, you could even take a dip.
Yeah.
Won't be today, a little too cool for that.
This is cold water though, so be prepared.
It does feel good, splash a little bit on your face after some hard hiking.
Yeah.
Everything we've seen today, we have seen previously on some of our other trips here. We visited this place twice previously. The only difference is today has been absolutely perfect, and the waterfall today has been huge compared to past visits here at Virgin Falls, making the waterfalls way more impressive. We've always had to save our energy just to make it to Virgin Falls because that's the furthest attraction away on this hike. So every time we've gotten back to this point, we said we're going to do Martha's Pretty Point, but we never have. However, today we are going to do it. And I sure hope it is pretty because we're both exhausted. But we want to see something we've never seen before. So
I think used to it was just a spur, like an out and back.
yes.
But now they have the upper Highland Trail, I think is what it's called.
Yes.
So
it's adding some distance to our hike today. But we're trying to push ourselves anyway because we're trying to work up to a 20-mile hike. So we're just seeing where we're at the moment. We'll let you know at the end of the video. My turn.
come back that direction. Pretty.
Well, here we are at Martha's Pretty Point, and if you've never been here, you definitely want to come check it out. It's a beautiful overlook here at Virgin Falls.
I think it's a popular sunset spot, people to come and watch the sunset.
Yes, I think they made it fairly easy for you to get out here to see the sunset, and it doesn't really put that much more distance in it, do you think?
I don't think so.
Because you can go in one way and come out the other,
Yeah.
and then coming out you can hit Martha's Pretty Point. Is that right? Martha's Pretty Point?
Martha's Pretty Point.
So yes, definitely do that if you're ever here.
Okay, so this is, are you gonna talk to them or just tell them as I walk through? This is the Martha's Pretty Point campground. You can see several of the spots. That's number 5 over there. This was 6. There's some way over there. Probably not gonna show up in the camera. but they're well marked with the yellow campsite numbers.
So we were way wrong
Wow.
on the mileage. When we started this Martha's Pretty Point loop, we had a mile and a half to the parking lot. We've hiked at least a mile.
A mile up here.
Now we got 2.5 more miles back to the parking lot. So I almost guarantee you it added about 2 more miles to our hike today.
Yeah.
But that's okay, we needed it.
Well, okay. All right. We'll end up with like 14 or 15 miles today. Woo-wee.
We're working up to that 20. See if we can do it.
Well, we have to now.
You got no choice.
Do you see anything?
Yeah.
Do you see a blue place?
You got on the trail over there.
Okay. I don't see a blaze. Oh, I see it over there. Slick rocks. Wow, this is really pretty though. Look at that. I know. I was just capturing a video.
Wow, that was a long day. Long day.
Yeah.
We started at 9:30 this morning and we finished, no, we started at 9:15 this morning and we ended at 4:15 this afternoon. So a total of 7 hours of pretty intense hiking. We took one decent break, probably about 30-minute break.
Right, right.
Rest of them just a couple small breaks.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate my phone is, but my phone said I've got off almost 35,000 steps today.
That's a lot.
A total,
all these bugs.
a total of 15 miles.
Wow,
That's pretty
I
awesome.
figured we'd end up 14 or 15.
So we've been trying to increase our mileage because we're doing a mammoth march at Fall Creek Falls State Park
May
in
1st.
May. And we
1
just
month from today.
Yeah, so we just want to see where we're at, and we're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be all right.
Not bad.
There's a lot of elevation change on this hike.
This was more strenuous, I think, than Fall Creek Falls is going to be.
I think so.
So I think we'll be good.
I think so.
Yeah, we have 8 hours to finish the 20 miles.
So we did 15 miles in 7 hours.
Yeah.
With all the elevation change.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll be good. We'll make it.
So what about Martha's Pretty Point? Is it worth it?
Maybe for a beautiful sunset, but to add 2.5 extra miles to an already long hike, just to go out and see it, probably not.
So my suggestion would be when you are heading back out and you come to the Martha's Pretty Point loop, you've got to make the decision for 1.5 miles to the parking lot.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
Or do the Martha's Pretty Point loop, and it's going to be about 3.5 miles, I believe. So if you got, so you got to make a decision: 1.5 miles or 3.5 miles. If you can do another 3.5 miles, then go ahead and see Martha's Pretty Point.
And it is flat. It's like a ridge trail on Martha's Pretty Point, so it may be worth it to you.
So, and once you get there to Martha's Pretty Point, you can kick back and relax for a while.
Yeah, we didn't rest long enough, I don't think. Maybe that was part of our problem.
Well, we wanted to push ourselves.
Yeah, we did. But the Virgin Falls Trails itself is absolutely worth killing yourself for.
It is. There's a lot of beauty along the way. You don't ever get bored with the scenery.
Yeah, you see, how many waterfalls did we see? They would disappear into a cave?
We saw 3 waterfalls that disappeared into the sinks.
Yeah.
And then one waterfall that just trickled on down the mountainside. So I think 4 beautiful waterfalls today.
Right. Yeah, it was definitely worth it. Come after a good rain.
Yes, definitely. Always come after good rain. During the summertime, our waterfalls tend to dry up a little bit, so they won't be nearly as impressive. Is that all we want to say?
I think so. Right. I think we covered it all.
Right. I'm going to wrap it up.
Okay.
You going to let me do it? Well, guys, thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you're ever in Middle Tennessee, contact us through the comments below, and maybe we can take you on an adventure.
Yep. If you found value in the video, if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below. We sure would appreciate it.